First of all, just gotta get this off my chest and admit that I haven't seen Citizen Kane. I've been meaning to, but it just hasn't happened for me yet, so don't judge me. I watched David Fincher's Mank last night with no pre-existing knowledge about Citizen Kane other than Rosebud and Shia LaBeouf parody clapping. Thank you very much, meme culture. Even still, I was so excited to watch Mank. The trailer looked exquisite. But I'm gonna come out and say it, I wasn't a fan. I feel as a film vlogger or a movie buff, I'm supposed to say that I loved it and shower it with effusive praise because it's David Fincher doing a black and white movie set in the golden age of Hollywood about one of the best movies ever made with Gary Oldman front and center. On paper, it ticks all the boxes that I'm excited for, and I get why cinephiles would jizz their pants over this film because the craftsmanship of Mank is phenomenal. However, I found Mank to be dry, unengaging, and quite frankly, boring. It's time for my probably controversial review of David Fincher's Mank. Mank tells the story of New York playwright turned screenwriter Herman Mankiewicz, played in this film by Gary Oldman, the man who wrote, in part, the screenplay to Orson Welles' renowned classic film Citizen Kane. Set in the 1940s, Mank has 60 days to get a first draft of the script to Welles, and we see through flashbacks to the early 1930s, the political conflict which sparked the inspiration for what is now considered one of the greatest movies ever made. I have no opinion on the film because I haven't seen it. If you guys are enjoying this video, please help me out by hitting that thumbs up button. If you want more movie and TV content just like this, hit subscribe, and be sure to let me know what you thought of Mank in that comment section down below. Normally, movies about the making of movies is a genre of film which I really enjoy watching. The Artist, Bowfinger, King Kong, The Disaster Artist. I love them all, and I've seen them numerous times because there's a lot of fun to be had with them, there's an electricity to them, there's a tangible sense of movie-making magic. However, with Mank, it's all talk and no magic. It's like going to a party where everybody is discussing politics. It's just a bit dull. I'm sorry, this film was not my cup of tea. Maybe it's because this movie is from the perspective of the writer and not the director or the actors. It's all about the writer's thought process, and it's just not that engaging or exciting. Granted, there is a lot of passion and skill in Jack Fincher's screenplay of Mank, but I just wasn't engaged with this film. Yes, as a piece of filmmaking, it's stunning. There is a lot to praise. The cinematography by Eric Messerschmidt is hands down the best I have seen all year. Every single frame is meticulously lit, the composition and the contrast is classic, somehow looking both digital and celluloid simultaneously, and I loved the little details like the cigarette burns. The score by Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross is sensational, very old Hollywood and bouncy. It transports you back to the 1930s and 40s. Same goes with Trish Somerville's costumes and the production design by Donald Graham Burt. This movie had budget. It's a film which is so pleasing to the eyes. I can see it being heavily nominated in all the technical categories at the Academy Awards. The performances are impressive. Gary Oldman is a shoo-in for a Best Actor nom. It's a very showy role with a lot of impassioned rants and speeches. I really appreciated the understated performance from Charles Dance as William Randolph Hearst. He plays it small, but he leaves an impression, and I was impressed. Amanda Seyfried is bewitching as actress and friend of Mank, Marion Davies. She nails the Brooklyn accent, and it's also nice to see her in a role with some gravitas. She exudes this effortless sense of confidence and grace. It's very old Hollywood starlet. I would love to live in a world where Karen from Mean Girls was an Oscar-nominated actress. The thing is, everybody turns in a decent performance in Mank. I can't fault the acting, but my problem was there wasn't much development for any of the characters. They don't get given much to do. It was a challenge to become invested in any of them. I really didn't care for the supporting characters, and to be honest, I didn't really care that much about Mank either. Oldman does great work playing him. Being a boozy, gambling, cheating wordsmith sounds like great criteria for characterization, but I was quite bored watching him. Even in the final act confrontation scene where Mank gets drunk at this dinner party and he's rambling on and on, I wasn't enveloped in what was happening. A lot of the dialogue was going straight over my head. Really, there's not a whole lot of plot. It's a film about the writing of a film script, and yet I was confused in places. Maybe that was by design, maybe it's in the style of Citizen Kane. I don't know, but I was certainly lost in places. I'm sad to say that I didn't really enjoy Jack Fincher's script. I found it quite weighty and self-indulgent and confusing, as if it was only tailored to those that have seen Citizen Kane. No disrespect to Jack Fincher, may he rest in peace, but yeah, I just wasn't a fan of this story. As for David Fincher's direction, Mank certainly shows off his versatility. He does a good job of capturing the style and energy of a film from the 1940s. However, this is distinctly the most un-Finchery film I think I've ever seen of his. If I'd have gone into this film not knowing who directed it, I never would have thought this was David Fincher's work. It doesn't feel like his work. I'm usually gripped by his films, but I was emotionally detached from Mank. This might be the first David Fincher movie which I don't like. I respect and appreciate the craft that went into making this film. Individually, all the departments have their merits, but overall, the story didn't work for me. I know what I like, and Mank isn't it. So let's ask those 3 questions. Firstly, would I watch this again? Oh, honestly, I don't want to. I didn't hate this film, I just didn't enjoy it that much. I have no desire to watch it again. However, I know all of my cinephile friends are going to come to this movie's defense and say how amazing it is, so I'll probably be forced to watch it again in the future to determine if it's better on a second viewing, and maybe I'll appreciate it more. Maybe if I watch it after watching Citizen Kane, I'll like it more, but yeah, it's not a film I really want to watch again. Question 2, do I recommend it for you guys? Oh, that's a tough one depending on who you are. For cinephiles, absolutely. For Oscar season fans, definitely. That's my quick question for you guys that have seen Mank. What do you think Mank's Oscar chances are? What will it be nominated for? And what do you think it'll win for? Let me know in that comment section down below. For Fincher fans, I suppose, however, the trademark Fincher techniques like moody atmosphere and great camera work and dialogue are mostly absent, so be prepared for something very different to what you expect. As for casual moviegoers, not so much. This is a very talky, pretentious, and quite frankly, sluggish film. I'm a film fanatic, and I was bored, so that should tell you enough. And final question, what score do I give it out of 10? I see Mank for its great qualities, and I respect it as a film. I just didn't love it as a viewer. So I'm going to give Mank a score of 5 out of 10. But as always, guys, it's just one bloke's opinion. I would love to hear your thoughts on Mank. What do you think of it? Love it? Hate it? Somewhere in the middle? Whatever you have to say, let me know in the comment section down below. If you guys want more movie and TV content just like this, don't forget to click subscribe, hit the thumbs up button to help my channel grow, and if you want to follow me on any social media, Twitter, Instagram, or Letterboxd, all in that video description down below. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. For more things related to movies, TV, and popcorn culture, I'm Luke Carefield, and I'll see you next time.